Well, hello my loves, how are you all today? Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Silvina, and in today's video we are going to talk about part 3 of the classic pieces that will forever stand the test of time, and in this case we're going to talk about accessories. So I know that in the past, in part 1 and part 2, I talked about 10 pieces for each video, but in this case I'm going to talk about 5 pieces, and then in a while I will do 5 more, if that's okay with you. So without any further ado, let's get right into today's video. Okay, piece number 1 is a silk scarf. Silk scarves have a rich history dating back to ancient civilizations, notably China around 2700 BCE, where silk production and weaving techniques originated. As silk ventured along the Silk Road, connecting China with the West, it gained immense value as a luxury commodity, symbolizing wealth and prestige. During the 18th and 19th century, silk scarves emerged as a prominent fashion accessory in Europe. French fashion house Hermès played a pivotal role in popularizing them, incorporating silk scarves into their collections in the early 19th century. The iconic carré or square silk scarf was born in 1937 when Hermès introduced their first collection of printed scarves featuring intricate designs inspired in nature and exotic places and art. Silk scarves found practical uses in both world wars in the aviation industry, protecting pilots' necks from chafing caused by leather flight jackets. After the wars, they became a fashionable addition for military and also civilian fashion. Throughout the latter part of the 20th century, silk scarves adapted to, the current fashion trends, serving as headscarves and belts, and also as an addition to, your handbag. Despite this style shift, they still maintain their allure and their timeless elegance. In contemporary fashion, silk scarves remain a very cherished item for both men and women, offering versatility in so many different styles. Okay, timeless piece number 2 are strappy sandals. The concept of elevated footwear has ancient origins, with early instances of elevated footwear found in ancient Egypt around 3500 BCE. Murals and artifacts from that time depict people wearing elevated shoes made out of papyrus and leather, often adorned with intricate designs representing social status and wealth. The idea of elevated sandals was also incorporated by ancient Greeks and Romans. They used raised footwear not only for style but also for practical purposes, providing better footing and also protection on uneven terrain. Their sandals were crafted from leather or woven materials, sometimes featuring the leg wrapping straps that were so very popular a few years ago, if you remember. During Europe's Renaissance in the 15th and 16th century, fashion evolved and very ornate and high-heeled sandals became very popular, among the aristocracy. These sandals made from luxurious materials like velvet and leather and silk became a symbol of power and social status and wealth. During the Victorian era, delicate and strappy sandals with a very thin heel became the go-to for formal events, thanks to the advent of mass-produced shoes due to the invention of the sewing machine. The early 20th century saw the emergence of glamorous fashion, with flapper-style clothing and lower heel sandals for, the freedom of movement. However, high heels remained, the go-to for more formal and evening events. After the Second World War, Christian Dior's new look, made a return to more feminine styles, including high heels that complemented the hourglass silhouette. Throughout the latter half of the 20th century, strappy high-heeled sandals evolved, with the iconic stiletto heel in the 1960s and the platform sandals in the 1970s. In contemporary fashion, strappy sandals, are the perfect shoe for, more formal events or for more summery outfits. Throughout history, these sandals, have represented femininity and sophistication and a timeless elegance, and they have certainly left a mark in fashion history. Okay, piece number 3 are loafers or moccasins, whatever you want to call them. So loafers have a rich history dating back to the early 20th century. In the 1930s, Norwegian shoe designer Nils Gregorisson Treveranger, designed these slip-on shoes inspired by traditional Norwegian fisherman shoes. The term loafer came around because they were known as slip-on shoes that were comfortable and they were ideal for leisurely loafing around. Initially, loafers were designed exclusively for men, and they were so, popular because they were very versatile and they were very practical. However, it wasn't until the 1950s where loafers were introduced into women's fashions due due to a shift in women's roles after the Second World War. The demand of practical and comfortable shoes to wear in the workspace led designers to, come up with these designs also for women. The 1960s saw a boost of, loafers for women after Audrey Hepburn, the very famous actress that we all love, was seen repeatedly wearing loafers off screen. Throughout the 1960s and 70s, the loafers, kinda suffered so many different variations in terms of colors and materials and embellishments, and this was to suit so many different occasions, becoming a staple in women's wardrobe, going from casual to professional attire. In the 1990s, other shoes kind of dominated the fashion scene, but the loafers had a revival in the 2000s, and they are still a very popular shoe nowadays. Their versatility and practicality made loafers a very timeless classic that is loved by so many women around the world, and also men, obviously. And today is still a wardrobe essential, and you have so many different variations of the loafers that is incredible. You can find a loafer for you 100%. Okay, accessory number 4 are sunglasses. Okay, so imagine yourself in ancient times, maybe around 2000 BCE, where the resourceful Inuit people from the Arctic fashioned the very primitive sunglasses. Using flattened ivory frames with slits, they shielded their eyes from the intense glare of the sun reflecting on the snow or the ice. In ancient Rome and China, sunglasses made from smoky quartz or tinted materials were used to protect their eyes from the sun. They were more, practical than an actual fashion statement, obviously. Okay, so fast forward to the 18th century. During the Age of Enlightenment, English optician called James Ayscough experimented with tinted lenses, believing that different colors could actually, correct vision impairments. However, sunglasses had yet to become a fashion accessory. The turning point for sunglasses occurred during the 1920s, the era of the flappers and also the old Hollywood stars. Sunglasses gained popularity as a fashion statement thanks to Greta Garbo and Marlene Dietrich, as a representation of sophistication and glamour. By the 1930s, sunglasses saw more diverse styles, and cat-eye sunglasses became very popular among women, adding, elegance and dramatism to their appearance. The 1950s solidified sunglasses as a statement piece thanks to actresses like Marilyn Monroe and Audrey Hepburn. In the 1960s and 70s, oversized sunglasses became like the trend, offering not only protection but also a way to express their bold and very extravagant personalities, often seeing them on celebrities like Jackie Kennedy. The 80s and 90s saw an experimentation of so many different colors and shapes. It was crazy, featuring a lot of like neon colors and geometric figures and mirror lenses. Today, sunglasses are a staple not only in women's but in everyone's wardrobes because they offer UV protection, but they also are a fashion statement. They make you look good, and I love sunglasses. They are my protection. They are my favorite piece. Okay, piece number 5 are ballet flats. In the early 16th century, ballet emerged as an art form in Italian Renaissance courts. Dancers initially performed in heel shoes, but as ballet evolved, the necessity for greater flexibility and stability led to a change in footwear. Moving forward to the 17th century in France during Louis XIV's reign, ballet thrived. The legendary ballet master called Pierre Bouchon introduced the first flat-soled ballet shoes called chasseurs de ballet. These soft, supple ballet flats allowed dancers to show their skills with precision and accuracy in a very beautiful manner. In the 19th century, ballet flats became very popular for women, in their daily lives, inspired by the delicate shoes worn by ballet dancers. They provided ease of movement and also added, like a touch of elegance to the outfit, making it a fashion revelation. The early 20th century witnessed a significant movement for the ballet flats when Coco Chanel embraced them as a fashion statement. Departing from the norm of heels, ballet flats became kind of, like a symbol of chic simplicity. The post-World War II era saw Audrey Hepburn wearing ballet flats not only in films but also in her personal style and in her personal life, which also contributed to the lasting popularity of the ballet flats. And I don't know if you have been able to tell, but in practically all of the pieces that we talked about in this video, Audrey Hepburn had a huge significance in the popularization of it. So that's when you know that she's a fashion icon. So throughout the 20th century, so many designers have taken the concept of the ballet flats and adapted it to so many different materials and colors and embellishments, catering to so many different tastes and occasions. In modern times, ballet flats are a staple in women's wardrobes because they are so versatile and they have the ability to work for every different occasion, and they are super comfortable. And like I said, there are so many different variations nowadays of the ballet flats that you can literally find a pair for you. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know down in the comment section which of these pieces that we talked about today is your favorite, and which one do you think that it desperately needs to be on this list but I didn't talk about it yet. Lastly, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications down below, and as always I will leave the links in the description box of all of my social media so you can go check them out. I hope you have an incredible rest of your day. I will see you in my next video. Ciao ciao.